2023 is upon us and everybody is setting their goals, whether it's in their personal relationships, in their small businesses, or looking within themselves for some self-improvement. And I know right now goal setting is really popular, especially around this time of year, but there are so few of us that actually go on to succeed in those goals. But there are some people that do, and in this video I want to talk about how they do that. The first step is to set a clear and defined goal, no matter how crazy it sounds. The second you set a goal as unrealistic, you are automatically placing a limitation on yourself that will prevent you from the things that you need to do in order to achieve a perfectly attainable goal. It's a mindset shift that will lead you to achieving some pretty incredible things, I promise you. For example, 5 years ago, I set a goal of starting a soap business without any experience in business, without any experience in how to sell my products to strangers and not my friends and family. And if I had thought to myself, nope, that's unrealistic, I can't do it, it's too much work, I would not be where I am today, bringing in $90,000 in revenue from my soap business. That was in 2021. 2022 was a different year. Check out this video to find out why. Every day people are writing out their goals and they eliminate some because it just sounds way too crazy or way too much work. Stop doing that. Write the goal down as though it's perfectly achievable and move on to the next step. Identify the obstacles. A lot of people, they come up with a goal and they think, okay, let's do it. And they just kind of stumble their way towards the goal without actually thinking about what that means for them or what kind of lifestyle changes they'll need to implement in order to get there. But once you're committed to the goal, sit down and write out all of the obstacles that are in your way to getting to that goal. And this is different from labeling a goal as unrealistic. What you're doing here is identifying the truths of your current situation and why you aren't where you need to be. Using my soap business as an example, I already listed some of those obstacles, which were the fact that I had no idea how to run a soap business. I had no idea about marketing. I didn't have any way to reach my customers. I didn't have the habits that a business owner needs in order to run a successful business while also working a 9-to-5, because I wasn't ready to quit my 9-to-5 yet at the time. I didn't know what I needed to do with the government in order to make this legal. Writing this all out will give you a sense of the work that you need to do in order to overcome those obstacles. And in this phase, you can look at that giant task list and decide, is this really for you? Ask yourself if you are ready to make the changes that you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. And after you're doing that, you still want to set that goal, you can move on to the next step. Now that you have identified your obstacles, you got to analyze them. And in this stage, you're analyzing your own life and seeing what's preventing you from reaching your goal. A helpful way to do that is to ask yourself why. Using the soap business as an example, I had to ask myself, why don't I have a soap business? I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the equipment or supplies, I don't have a way to reach customers to let them know that I'm a business. I lack the discipline and lifestyle habits to get my business going. You're going to have to take a harsh look at yourself, and if you are unable to analyze the obstacles by looking critically at your current habits and lifestyles, then you're not going to be able to move on to the next stage. And the next stage is solving those problems. So you can see how important it is to look at yourself and your current lifestyle critically to see what changes you need to make. A good exercise at this stage is to look backwards in order to look forwards. What are the current choices you are making that is preventing you from living the life that you want? What is it about yourself that you are going to have to change in order to achieve a different outcome? When it came to my soap business, a huge obstacle for me was my lack of knowledge. I had no experience in business and I didn't have a business degree, so I needed to close that gap. Luckily, there was a wealth of information online. I didn't have to take any extra courses. A way that I found to close that gap quickly was joining Facebook groups about soap businesses. Not only am I able to join a community of people that are wanting to do what I do, but there were a lot of questions that I had that had already been asked, and I could just look through the archives in order to figure out what I needed to figure out. I also found a huge wealth of knowledge on YouTube. I watched countless videos, not only on soap making, but soap business YouTubers who were so helpful with their content. They not only prepared me for what to expect when I started my own business, but also to anticipate any issues that I might encounter that I hadn't even thought of. When you're setting these big goals, it is so important to find role models who are currently doing what you want to achieve. Follow them on Instagram, watch their videos, consume their content. Note any key choices or decisions they made that has led them to success and apply that to your own lives. And in those days where you're feeling discouraged or that you can't do it, it's so helpful to be able to look to that person and remind yourself that yes, it is possible if I just keep going. When I first started, I loved watching Adiane Arsenault. I loved watching Katie Carson. These amazing women not only created their own soap businesses, but took the time to document their business journey and put it online. And the fact that they chose to share it with people, I think is incredible. And that was a big inspiration, not only for me in starting my soap business, but also starting this YouTube channel. So after identifying all of the obstacles and you still want to set that goal, then the next step is going to be easy for you. And that is to actually execute the plan. What you were doing in those previous steps was setting up a plan, a foundation, and a framework that is going to help you move towards that goal. Now you'll be able to proactively work towards that goal instead of react to the overwhelming amount of tasks that can easily distract or dissuade you from achieving that goal and causing you to quit. And there will be times you will want to quit. I know for me, that has happened a lot in the 5 years that I set this goal. When you set a goal that requires a huge lifestyle change, it's gonna feel uncomfortable, you're gonna hate it, you're going to feel discouraged, and it's gonna just not feel natural to you. And that's okay. A lot of us went through that. But if you persist, day by day, you are making baby steps towards achieving that goal. I know for me, it's been 5 years. I'm still not there yet. I'm still having to acquire new habits to get to where I need to be. It is a process and a journey that's gonna take some time. So don't be hard on yourself. And it's also really important not to compare yourself to others because everybody adapts to change a different way, and depending on what you're changing, it could be easier for others than it is for you. Everyone's journey is different and individual to who you are as a person. The only thing that needs to stay the same in order to achieve your goal is persistence and planning and being able to look at yourself critically to determine what it is about you that you need to change. If you found this video inspirational, motivational, helpful, give me a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments what big obstacles you feel you need to overcome in order to get to where you need to be. I wanted to say a quick thank you to my patrons, and had I not chosen to set a goal of creating a business for myself 5 years ago, I would not have been able to experience this amazing community of over 1,500 people whose generosity and support keep this channel going. Thank you guys so, so much. It's amazing the things you can achieve if you set a lofty goal and commit to those lifestyle changes. Thank you so much for watching, and if you are on a soap business journey yourself, then please subscribe for more amazing soapy business content or just soapy content. I make a lot of stuff on this channel. And until the next one, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!